Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 3G Theater, where the magic of the silver screen meets the charm of Fallout. Broadcasting to you from the heart of Charleston. We're here to take you on a delightful journey. Now let's meet our host.
What's going on, all you beautiful weirdos? Welcome back, and I want to do a quick reminder for you guys. The Fishing Camp Challenge contest is still going on. You've only got a few days left if you want to get your submissions into Bethesda, and that way you have the chance to win some atoms. And we all love atoms, trust me. You know, that's a real life struggle. So make sure that you get your contest entries into Bethesda ASAP. It ends on the 22nd. And yeah, whatever you're doing with those camps, we have a channel for that, okay? It's the fishing contest. Throw them in there. We're going to do a little top 5 special thing, to showcase some of the really good ones, and, it'll be fun. So make sure that you do that. And the main thing is get your submissions into Bethesda because it's free atoms, all right? And I want somebody from this group to win. You guys got some fantastic builds. You're amazing builders, and there's no reason that you can't do it. So, with that being said, let's get to the top 5. Now, first up, we have Widowbite. And she did say to count the water bongs in her camp. If you don't know what one is, it is a big plastic container that you fill with water and you put the lid on it. And depending on the height of the water, it makes different sounds when you bong on the top of it.
Stitch, as a musician myself, I can confirm this is a real thing. Based on the height of that one, I'd say it's more of a bong. I get it.
It is. There's one right there on the dock that they're fishing on. That's a big bong right there.
Yeah.
But
bongs aside, the structure is really interesting. I like the different angles with the free place walls. Widow, let us know, is this a boat or a structure? Stitch and I were both kind of on the fence about it. I'm leaning less, away from boat and more towards structure, but I'm curious to know.
Yeah, and I'm leaning that same direction, but it does kind of almost resemble the back deck on a boat. But look at all the merging and stuff. This is clean. There's a lot going on. Yeah. She's just always so over the top with the interiors. It's crazy.
It's always a balance you have to face. As you start building over time, in most cases, you'll start building a little bit smaller. And some people read that as, well, my structure needs to be half the size. There are times where I've built a structure and I just removed 2 foundations and it filled in so much more space than I expected. I just want to say that suspended bed, that's really nice. Well done on that too. I do see a little bit of clipping on the wire into that clock. But otherwise, yeah, that's really good. And there's a lot jam-packed in there.
Sorry, I was getting a drink of my iced tea. No, this is really, really good. Again, with the different textures and stuff, if you pay attention, she's got the chain link fences in different portions of the build, and you'll see things behind that, and it creates that additional silhouette, and it adds more depth. She's really
the lighting.
She's grown a lot. She's come a long way.
It's I'm actually just noticing this now. We've watched the video a few times, but there are some, like that angled wall that was there. It has the vines sticking up, but it actually works. It looks like they have the support to actually, hold themselves up. This is a neat shot too.
Yeah. No, this is definitely a phenomenal build. The only thing that bothers me, other than Bethesda's terrible fishing animation because you stand off of the object, having the pavilion roof there like that with all the holes in it, I don't know if I like that one, but to each their own. But phenomenal build. And then next up we have a Bustin Ashley, and this heathen, the stairs, I'm sorry, the stairs are terrible. The castle's great.
The freaking structure on the castle's phenomenal. Look at that communal fire pit. I'm guessing that's conduit used to hold the centerpiece there. That's genius. That's by far my favorite merge. I think I've seen out of all these builds.
It's really good, and I love the communist door usage right here. That's that one from the prefab, and obviously it's got the gears attached to it, and it fits the theme like really well. It's just old and rusty and
It
crusty.
really does. Yeah. And then the lighting here, it makes it work when you've got the old glory fireplaces with your wallpaper bricks. They're so close to each other, you really don't notice it unless I point it out, and now you're not going to unsee it.
Kind of like the painting and that shelf is the shelf's not straight on there. It is offset a little bit, and you're making stitches twitches. That's making my OCD twitch, man.
Those old glory fireplaces, I've been there before. I've tried to place them on the walls, and sometimes I have to blueprint the item in order to have it not clip through, or you have to place it up higher than you normally would.
That
Yeah, those
painting,
things are a pain.
that painting just caused me to lose hearing in my left eye. That thing's not funny, man. Serious.
Look at that. There's the planetarium light, and it's turned off, which it's such a great concept, and it's a lot of times I forget that you can turn lights off. I always think about them on, and that's just a good way to challenge people. Think about states of items, right? Some people destroy items to give it a different texture. Some lights look good when they're not on, especially because certain lights can be very disruptive, even though the actual light structure and the design looks good.
Well, and the Akiras did that a couple contests ago. They used some spotlights and they were in their off position, and they looked like a tank when they faced them toward each other. So that off state, like you're talking about, it not only does it give you a different option as far as the lighting, but you can use it for different objects too. So
Oh yeah. One thing that goes a long way is putting things under your tables, under your stash boxes. It's such a small thing. You're talking about 3-4 items, but it fills in your space so well.
yeah, and I'm glad that you said that. This was a really cool one too. That catwalk. They've got the pots and pans hanging from it, but
Yeah.
the items that are under there, they are all different. So it gives you that sense of variety. Because I see that a lot of times people will have the same stash box just lined up. Very cool though. I like this build.
The structure of it is just phenomenal, and great way to fill in all of this space. This is not, by any means a small build. I can't tell from the video exactly how big it is, but it's somewhere between medium and large. But you've still filled in a lot of space so dang well. I'm really impressed. I'm wondering if you closed off a couple areas within the structure in order to, be able to decorate more space, which is another element that you can do with builds, right? You can make your build look bigger than it is, close off, a room, and decorate the rest really well.
Well, and the stairs right here, and then I didn't want to interrupt you when you were talking, but that bathroom, they used the rainwater collector, and
Oh yeah.
they merged a table into it, so it looks like just a tin basin that you'd have sitting on a counter. Really nice. And then the stairs for this roof, it gives the architecture a lot more shape and texture. And that I know we beat that to death about texture, but that's what sells the idea that it's a different item. And then we have Dazme, and Daz, dude, I'm impressed. This is my favorite build by you, and
I concur.
we're gonna see why. The basic structure of the building is relatively simple in its shape. Okay. Not a lot of angles going everywhere. It's relatively simple, but you got to look at the details on this because this gets crazy.
Look at the support. He's using the half floors, and they're sticking through the wall to give a little balcony where those flowers are, and then Just you've always done such a good job with the concrete walls, the broken ones. This looks so good.
Yeah, this is phenomenal. And the lighting, yeah, this is a master class on lighting.
It's
Yeah,
also go ahead.
the daytime you don't get to, see it fully, but look at the dark scenes when the lights are off. The lighting is freaking ridiculous. It's amazing.
Hey, I was gonna say it's also a master class in filming because he's giving us both conditions. You have one shot that shows the area, fully lit. You can see every little detail, and then the next shot's in the dark where you can see all this gorgeous lighting that's been set up.
Right here, look at that. That's just amazing. And then all the furniture is custom.
Oh yeah, no, this is Dazme's IKEA right here.
Especially upstairs. That was a big one. That furniture's, completely custom.
Yeah, we were looking at the build, and obviously it's sunken into the water. I was thinking, personally, if I were to approach this camp, I would do it one of two ways. The hard way that I probably wouldn't do is, you could have that floor foundation closer to the water than you realize because that water's not clear. You can't really see it. So for all we know, that foundation could be close, and he's drop merged all of those items using a foundation merge. The second option, which I think is more likely, is that he's built this house kind of one foundation at a time with the decorations, built it above the water, placed all his items, and then moved that foundation back under the water.
I'm going with the first one. I think that foundation's not far under that water, and he drop merged the items, because if you look at the doors, they look like they're real, flush with the surface of the water.
Let us know, Daz. I mean, I'm curious at this point. But look at the presidential table, the sunken presidential table for the bottom of the bed. That's phenomenal.
This is just beautifully done, man. Absolutely amazing, Daz. Hats off, my friend. That's crazy. And then, of course, we have the Akiras.
This one's really cool too, and great way to use a pre-existing location. You've already got this dock here built out for you. It's a great way to create an interesting structure without having, you're letting Fallout do the work. There's no way that we could have these sort of items, and that's what makes the camp unique in its own. And outside of that, here's, a classic Akira merge, I would say now too.
Yeah, they use the incubators a lot, and the console players are really, really lucky in that aspect, because the incubators, when you put other transparent things in them, it makes the bag on that fish, it makes them disappear when you put them in there. PC is not quite the same.
No, it is not, but you guys keep doing it so that I can, sit back and cry for my PC.
Yeah, I'll live vicariously through you. But, this is the Akiras. Obviously, they're masters with the lighting. They're using the enclave doors as windows to create that light. And, that's smart because it doesn't take up your lighting budget.
Very smart. And then that's also just classic Akiras. I know that they're very influenced by things like the cyberpunk themes or styles, right? And what a great way to stand out with your own unique touch to do a cyberpunk fishing camp.
It's Cyber Fallout 76 or is it Fall Punk 2076?
Yeah. Cyberfish 2076.
Oh, that looks like Izzy, just a little black cat. This was cool. Callan pointed that out. So it looks like they have a motorized fish hoist. That's pretty cool.
I think they made that on purpose.
You know, it
Yeah.
gets worse, people. I have to deal with this behind the scenes too, you know, the dad jokes and stuff.
Oh yeah, I saved this just for the video, just for you, Stitch.
I know you did.
I like the power armor crafting benches as the supports for those too. It's really cool.
Yeah, the incubator thing, I mean, they've been using that for a little while now, and, you know, they should. It's a creative idea. I love the aspect that they're approaching it with. You know, they've done it in a variety of ways now. They've used plants, they've used animals. You know, it's a good look. Um, Here's something that's going to disappoint me for the rest of my life, though. This entire boat dock and everything is it's floating.
Yeah, I do gotta point out, so that kiosk used as the ramp there into the water, that's freaking phenomenal. I gotta give credit for that.
But yeah, there's floating walls. Look at the floating walls over there. Akira's, I love you guys, and I'm sorry I have to point it out, but I point it out on everybody else's stuff. So yes, you're a victim too. It's a whole freaking floating wall. I would have loved to have seen you guys maybe leave a couple things off the wall in different areas or up in that loft, and then use that budget to simulate some posts or something. And I know you were right up against them rocks, and it could have been a pain in the ass to do it, or even impossible. But oh man, I can't unsee it now though, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, that aside, the hanging boat, that looks really, really good. I love the little space of the attic there, and it looks like you used the pavilion roof on that, which is awesome touch.
Well, up in that loft too, they used a little Christmas post light to light up the crab cages, and it's floating in the middle of those cages also. You know, and again, it's, oh, you guys are nitpicking. Well, you have to when you get stuff like this. I mean, the level that these people are creating as far as quality, you really do have to nitpick it, you know.
Oh, Stitch and I were watching these, and you know,
Hi.
here, hi, Dirty.
Hi.
We're recording.
Hi. Oh shit, sorry. Sorry, my bad. I'll leave. I just want to say hi.
All right, hi everybody
Bye-bye.
on YouTube.
Oh yeah, hey, what's up, YouTube? Y'all have fun. Bye.
All right. So next up we have Dirty Disco. The Dirty that just interrupted us was a totally different Dirty.
That's a coincidence.
Yeah, this Dirty Disco created a mutated beehive, and it is terrifying if you have insect fears or anything.
Yeah, I this is just the kid in me, but I love the concept of the bees. I keep seeing pineapple, you know, the pineapple house from SpongeBob for the with the rock and the light.
No, this is really cool, and this had to take forever to merge all those freaking asteroids together. I mean, we've seen people make islands that were floating with them and stuff like that before, but it's just time consuming when you're sitting there merging all this crap together. But
Well, and
they've created a
that-
neat scene. I mean, it's unique.
the asteroid specifically, that item, you can't just merge them into each other. It has different properties. So I'm giving you credit, especially for the asteroids too, because I know that there's more to it. But and yeah, like Stitch was saying, this definitely to me wins the most unique build.
Oh, it was creative, and also mildly terrifying. Again, if you're afraid of insects, this was a really cool merge. I need to remember this. That's the top of that the plastic palm thing. Pretty sure that was the palm tree.
Yeah, that flower with the petals using the glass roofs was really interesting. It's making me think of making a cyberpunk style camp that is, you know, like robotic plant life or something. So you're already giving me some inspiration, Dirty Disco. It's awesome.
Well, and see how they did the roofs right here? those roofs are staggered, and it creates that like cross hatch pattern almost, you know. It's very well done. But I mean, phenomenal builds, everybody. It's none of them were bad by any stretch of the means. It's been fantastic seeing them, and I mean, God, we spend so much time going over these and over these and over these, and it's hard to pick a clear winner sometimes.
Oh, I know. When we're watching these videos, and we watched them 4 or 5 times, I'm over here writing, you know, like a number out of 10, and then I'm at a point now where I'm, you know, I might get it by a 0.5 decimal, and then I actually got to break it down into quarters just to figure out, okay, where are we actually at?
Right. No, definitely. But fantastic job, everybody. I love the heck out of you guys, and I appreciate all the participation. We're going to get to a couple honorable mentions now. And for our honorable mentions, we have Goldfinger 76. Now, this satellite, I have assisted quite a few people in making camps up here, and it can be a pain in the ass your first time. After a couple times, it's not so bad. We have Hexapotent. If you're into escape rooms or anything, and Hexapotent, this is fantastic. You need to get a hold of Cowan and Dio from our group. They love doing that kind of stuff. Very fantastic, though. And for the moment that you guys have been waiting for, and this is a shocker. We have an upset today. In first place, we have Dazme with the Sunken Home. Fantastic freaking job, my friend. That thing is amazing. In second, we have the Akiras. In third, Bustin Ashley and her castle build. In fourth, we have Widowbite and her water bong word search, I guess, you know, kind of like that. And then last but not least, Dirty Disco. And that was the Beehive, which was fantastic, by the way. And I really do appreciate everybody participating. You guys are amazing. I love seeing this stuff. The other members of the group love seeing this stuff. And then getting the community involved. You know, that's obviously a big part of what we're trying to do here. So if you want to be part of that, join the Discord. Come hang out with us. You know, we play other games too other than Fallout. And like our Dune thing, you know, that thing's blowing up hugely. So yeah, come hang out with us, man. And I will see you in the next one. I love you.
Yeah.